aka the Crafty Princess.
Terry Jeanette, Tapping Flamingo.
Right, make sure you head over to her Tapping Flamingo YouTube channel. And today we're doing a wrapping up. Basically, we're just going to talk about a few pros and cons related to our Carnival Cruise, May 2017, Eastern Caribbean. These are not all the pros and cons in the world. These are kind of like the major ones, because otherwise this would be like a 3-hour video.
Right.
And we don't want to do a 3-hour video. So I guess let's do cons first.
Yeah. And a lot of this stuff probably goes with throughout. It's just not Carnival.
Yeah.
Carnival, Disney, Royal Caribbean, whatever.
Yeah.
So cruising in general.
I paid for the internet package here on the Carnival this trip, the premium. I just did the whole thing. It was too well, I don't know if I should do this or do that. I wanted to make sure I could check my email, I could contact my husband, and all that good stuff. It was $136 for the entire 8-day trip, and totally not worth $136. Many times stuff just would freeze on me. Supposedly, according to the description of the premium package, you're supposed to be able to stream videos and all this kind of thing. And then of course there's this caveat, sometimes it may not work. Well, for $136, it better work every dang time, or at least 75% of the time.
Yeah. Today it's not working hardly at all.
Today it's hardly nothing, and we're a day away from Port Canaveral, so that's
not
crazy.
Even. It's just there.
Yeah, not even.
Across
Less
the
than
waterway.
a day away. So, for that amount of money, it should be better service. If it's not going to be better service, just don't charge me that much is all I think. So, I would definitely not recommend the premium package. In fact, what I would suggest, and if I were to do this again, I would make sure that I had maybe a little bit of a beefed up, and I think I actually do, but I would double check what my phone package that I generally have. I have mine with Verizon, and I would just text my husband and call occasionally, and too bad with the email, I'll just come back with 5 billion emails to go through or something like that, So, so definitely internet is not worth the cost. What do you want to say about any cons, Terry?
Let's see. What do you have down here?
Activities. You want to talk about activities?
Oh, as far as activities go, I've been cruising for a while.
Lack thereof.
Well, it seems like they cater to people who want to go to the Hairy Chest contest
Or the Shake Your Booty.
or the Shake Your Booty contest. It seems like they used to have more. I remember when we first started cruising, they would have craft, times you could go make jewelry, or you could go make
like today.
whatever.
I think it was today they actually have a Build-A-Bear thing, and
lots of money.
Right, and I was actually checked into that because I'll make a teddy bear, whatever. But it was $25, and it was just basically getting a bear and sticking clothes on it for $25.
Well, and then you have to pay extra for the clothes. Any of you know about Build-A-Bear?
So you get a $25 teddy bear and then pay $10 for clothing. That's stupid. That's not even That's
and that was really basically for the kids and their parents.
Yeah. So I could see if you have a little kid, but for $35, something about I don't know. Yeah. The activities, especially on sea days, need to be beefed up and have something interesting that you don't have to be basically stumbling drunk to think is entertainment, okay?
Yeah.
And I will say, so that's,
if you're into like water slides and stuff like that, that they have plenty of that. But
there's a lot of people that are just sitting out there roasting their bods on the Lido deck, but it's a mass of humanity out there. I personally cannot sit out there for days. Besides the fact I would just be bored, sitting out there. I could do that, but I cannot sit out in the sun for hours and hours and hours because I've had skin cancer, so I can't do that. And I would think most people of a certain age can't do that anymore. So,
or shouldn't be.
Oh, you shouldn't be. If you're doing it, you shouldn't be doing it. So, all right. So let's see. My other beef is I almost purchased the wine package. I'm really glad I did it. Of course, I was quite sick when I got on the cruise, and that was part of it. But also, I wasn't exactly sure how it worked, and I just didn't want to deal with the hassle. I just wanted to drink a glass of wine when I wanted to. I'm glad I did not buy it because it took forever. Every night when I go to dinner, it takes forever to get a glass of wine. which I'm paying extra for. So, and it's not cheap. It's like $9. I think the least expensive is around $7 a glass. Most of it's more like $9 to $10 a glass. So if I'm paying $10 for a glass of wine, chop, get it over here, dude. Okay? They don't even have a wine glass for me. The last night was the first time they actually had a wine glass that was empty, of course. So then they'd come over with the wine. Oh, we don't have a glass. Now they got to go get the glass, and I got to wait. I want to drink it with my food. You know what I mean? I'm not just there to drink. I'm there to eat and drink with the wine with the food. So, I don't understand why it takes so long for that. That was unacceptable. And then the other thing we had, of course, I have way more cons than pros. She's the pro, I'm the con.
Well, and this last one, go ahead.
Yeah, I would rather, we in 8 days, we went to 4 different places, 4 different stops, and I'm not going to count Port Canaveral. They want to count Port Canaveral, but that's baloney. It's where we left, and it's, we had 3 sea days. I felt like we were at it felt generic, especially going from Turks to St. Kitts. I wouldn't have even known they were different places. They were almost, they're just like these generic Caribbean islands. I'm not there long enough to really get a feel for the culture. So, and then St. Martin's, I got a little bit more of a feel for the culture, but I would have rather spent 3 days at St. Martin's. At San Juan, I did get a feel for the culture. I'd rather have like 2 days at 2 days in San Juan and 2 days at St. Martin's and 0 days at Kitts and Turks. Stay longer, just get to the good places and stay longer.
The thing is, though, that's part of cruising.
Right.
Basically,
and it should not be.
I personally, I don't mind going. I like going to all the different ports. If I wanted to go and stay, I would get an airplane and fly over there and stay in a motel. And I think that's how, if cruisers, a true cruiser, they like to go to different places. Now, I have to say, they do have some excursions where you can go and they'll take you around the island. We've done that before. Once you've done that, I don't know if I would do it every time. I'll have to say, I've been to St. Martin. This was my 3rd time. First time we actually did go to the island type thing. Last time we didn't really do much. This time we stayed at the beach like we talked about, and I did enjoy that. And then we did a little shopping.
But sometimes you don't know, you could say, well, just take an excursion. You get a feel for the culture. Some of the excursions are not that interesting to me, and then plus some of them are like, you're going to be stuck in a big bus full of a bunch of stinky people and drive around in a sweaty, unair conditioned, whatever, and then you drive around and then they dump you back off. Like, that's awful. That doesn't sound interesting to me at all. So I would rather have at least a couple of days, at least 2 days in an interesting place than 4 days in 2 places that are interesting and 2 places that are like, Nothing against people in St. Kitts and, whatever.
I actually like Grand Turk, so.
It's just
I don't know. But I actually have seen Grand Turk. I've actually seen the island. You didn't.
But see, you have to go there multiple times, and I don't, so.
You have to go on an excursion.
You have to go on an excursion.
And you have to go on
and we
an
did that. The first
excursion.
time we went to Grand Turk, we went on an excursion, and it took us around the island, and we went snorkeling and kayaking, and that was fantastic. I've seen the island. I like just basically hanging out. For me, cruising is just relaxing and doing nothing, and I like that. I mean, I do a lot. I'm busy at home. I'm running here and there, and not so much as when I was raising 4 kids. I was really busy, but now, I like just to relax, and a cruise allows me to do that.
So those are the main cons. So the main pros are, Terry.
Okay, on that same note, thank you. You really can't go wrong with a cruise as far as affordability goes. $100 a day, give or
Generally
take,
speaking,
depending on where you're staying on the boat. You're talking $100 a day. You cannot even stay in a motel for that.
No.
We've got waterfront property here.
Yeah.
We've got somebody coming in and making our beds
Twice a day.
Twice a day. We've got somebody, cooking our meals. We can eat
Room
24 hours a
service,
day.
too. We have room
Yeah.
service,
So there's a lot, as far as that goes. It's very, I don't know what that noise. I don't know if y'all can hear it.
Shut up.
But it's very affordable vacation.
Yeah, so that's definitely a pro.
Mm-hmm.
An pro I see is that the staff everywhere, the people who clean your room, the waiters, the people in the shops, the customer service people, all of them, and this has been on other cruises too, the staff is always outstanding, super nice, very helpful. Rarely have I ever felt, and we're troublemakers. We're like,
I gotta have my green lemons.
Yeah.
Limes.
And I gotta have the dressing on the side, or like when we'd be going to breakfast, I've started asking for hollandaise sauce on the side. She bought a ring, and then she went back and exchanged the ring like
Not
a couple
an
hours
issue.
later. Yeah, for a different size because it wasn't the right size. I mean, and they're all like, they don't like, oh God, here's that lady, and she's what she pays.
Hide quick. Here
She
she
paid
comes.
$50 for that ring, and now she's back. And they
60.
have people who are spending like thousands of dollars on diamonds, and they still weren't very nice to us, even though we're in there buying $50
Costume
pieces,
jewelry.
costume jewelry. So I would say that it's I don't know how they do it, because not only are they pleasant about it, but a lot of them have a really good sense of humor. They know your name. Oh my God, they know your name like that. Like
I need to
don't know
take
how
that
they
class.
do that. Yeah, I have no idea how they do that, because that's something I always struggle with. I recognize somebody's face, but remembering their names, and we have unusual. Some of us in our group have unusual names. I think so.
One person.
One person, but they got it right away. Yeah. So. So they remember stuff. You come, like once you order, like her with the limes, she has to have limes with her water. The next day, there's a bowl of limes there, on the table when we arrive. So that's amazing to me. And then, let's see, other likes, things, the art auctions.
Those are, yeah.
I liked those. I found them interesting. Yes, there's not, they act like there's high pressure, but I wasn't pressured to buy anything, especially because it was like, some of the stuff was like $7,400.
Well, and something else too. I've had
$1,205.
several people tell me, well, I went to one of those art auctions and I scratched my nose, and they said I had to buy it, and I'm like, no, because they give you a number. You have this big card with a number,
big card,
and you have to put it up.
Right.
Scratching your nose, no, that's not going to get it. So
no, and you get free champagne. So that was nice. But yeah, I thought they were all. They're very attentive, but they're not. And of course, it's an auction, so he's talking really fast and all that kind of thing. But there's not this pressure. You're not going to be feel like you have to buy a $10,000 painting.
And you come back with a free piece of art.
And they talk about the artist. They talk about this is so and so. He does this. You'll notice this with this. He embellishes his work with this. Notice the colors. Blah blah blah. They seem knowledgeable, and I found, especially considering the lack of interesting activities to do with on board, especially if you have a brain and you're not drop dead drunk. The art auctions are a big plus. And I was pretty drunk, and I still didn't like. I still not going to go to the hairy chest contest. Yeah, still. I wouldn't say drunk, but I had multiple glasses of champagne today, and I still did not feel like.
I don't know anything about drinking
mimosas. I had some mimosas, and then I had some champagne at the art auction, and I still did not want to go to any of the stupid activities they had today. So there's not enough alcohol for me personally to go to that kind of thing. So, okay, and then finally, the Kudos Strings. We want to mention them again.
They were good.
We like them.
They really are. I wouldn't mind having a CD.
Yeah, and I don't think they have one. We tried to Google last night on the very, very slow internet connection that we could manage to pull up on my phone, and I could not see that they had a CD anywhere. But I loved listening to their music. I really enjoyed it.
Croatia, yeah. No, Ukraine.
Ukraine.
They're Ukrainian.
They're Ukrainian.
Classically trained.
Yes, they're classically trained violinists, and they're from the Ukraine. And there's 3 guys, and I did find them on Facebook, but like I said, I couldn't find. And their Facebook isn't updated very often. It's like they're not. Their social media is a tad lacking, unfortunately. So, but those were the big pros, I think, of this trip and in general. Yeah. So we have to go shower and get ready for
Our
yet
last
another
dinner.
meal.
Hey, but they're having tiger shrimp, right?
Yeah.
Creole.
Creole tiger
yeah.
shrimp on the menu, so we're looking forward to that. We like tiger shrimp, so. But yeah, otherwise, again, thanks for watching. Always appreciate thumbs up. Add your comments below. Make sure you subscribe to Tack Bang Flamingo and me, Crafty Princess, Tammy Pally. And as usual, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful crafty day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're heading home to Port Canaveral, Florida. This is our last night on our 8-day Carnival cruise, May 2017. Alright, it's early morning, about 7 a.m., May 21, I think, 2017, and we are back at Port Canaveral from our 8-day Caribbean cruise. We're going to get some breakfast on the boat and then lug our luggage out of here.